Oh, that is cool.
On the desk, yeah.
You got to turn it.
There's actually a TV down there, guys. I don't know if you knew that.
I mentioned Gabby and Armella like both top 50 or so.
SEA, that's hard in SEA too.
Yeah,
a lot more,
maybe
a lot
top
of
10
people.
even.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure In Your Dream is still rank 1 or rank 2. Usually him and Alacrity are normally top 2 ranked.
I guess we could probably,
let's
see, what's it say? It doesn't say. Or
7,000 solo MMR.
You go to leaderboards. Dota2.com/leaderboards.
Right.
You're searching
I'm on
Dota
Dota.
to find their ranks. I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey, they have it on there. It's a feature. Come on.
Oh,
You know the link? It's...
I will say that right now 496 are winning because all of them are tagged up as 496, and Ninja Boogie, he's fallen a little bit behind.
Well,
He
that's
is not
bad.
tagged up as TNC.
13.
That's Armel.
Yeah.
What about Gabby?
Oh, right. Oops. 37, which is still very,
top
very,
50.
very high.
Oh, a lot of the
Anex, yeah, a lot of
Western
people are
players are
there.
there
Yeah,
from the majors still.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
saw Ame was like rank 3 or something.
Lelis, we got S4.
Yeah. So I think once all these Western, like all the non-SEA players go back to their normal leaderboard, everyone's rank is going to go
It's
up.
not fair with somebody like S4 because he's got Euro rank. That's so much higher.
Inflated.
It's inflated.
Well.
That guy's really good. Anyway.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to anything you guys were saying.
I was trying
That's probably for the better.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're actually focusing on, doing stuff like camera work. That's important.
Exactly.
But
The game. I want to watch how these bounty runes work out too, because this was one of the things that people were talking about, is if you could battle for this bounty rune. It looks like the answer is maybe? Seal's in here, he's got the ink slow, they're moving into position, and well, no.
he didn't go for it. He
Gabby.
went for the damage instead.
All
So
right.
they just 3-manned it and lost it. Anyway, that's rough. There was a bit of a miscommunication there between like the Lich and Monkey King. I've seen that happen a lot actually. The Lich puts the Frost Shield on somebody and then they walk away. It's like, oh no, I didn't know. New spell.
Gotta get
Yeah.
used to it.
So they're doing a Sky plus Centaur lane, which I actually think is a lot better than... Like, Sky is just such a lane dominator.
It's going mid.
Oh, he's going to snipe the courier, maybe?
Or just
It's going to spam some arcane bolts on this Lina. Have fun mid without regen. Or like you say, it's just not
He doesn't know what he wants to do. Uh-oh. Oh, Gabby, I think he dodged the damage coming in there as well with a little bit of mischief. And yeah, it looks like mid they are going to go onto Armel and give him the treatment.
Look at all these creeps. I feel like this happens all the time now. I don't know what it is. I know they changed something with the creep movement speed, but there's always so many creeps in this lane.
Sunstrike.
Oh my god.
Oh, tip him. Please tip him.
That's a tip right there for sure.
He's very mannered.
Or he doesn't have Dota Plus.
Yeah,
That's true
possible.
too. Armel appreciated it though.
Yeah. That was nice.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
No setup at all. Just sniping.
Very well played. This looks like the lane where Monkey King's gonna be just fine though. He's got the Void Grimstroke doesn't sound like a lane that's actually gonna bully you at all.
Yeah. We were worried about the Monkey King, but definitely not against this lane. Monkey King's one of the few heroes who I think can do well against the new Void.
Although they are bringing in the Skywrath now. So a little bit of a departure from what we've seen before, where they're actually kind of keeping a solo Centaur and running the Skywrath around.
Bring him back to trialing.
Hey man, I'd love to see this work, just because it's been so long with the dual lanes meta. I'd love to see 496 come in here and just dominate teams by playing this sort of style.
There's a lot more potential to mess things around. And it looks like, yeah, he's going to be pulling the creep wave over towards his tower, it looks like. And in a way, it's kind of like a quad lane, although he's going to start to take some of the damage over time. Silence turnaround, they kill off the Skywrath, but now going to possibly find the kill on the Gabby. Just like that, 496 find another one.
It's like a 1-for-1 trade in a 3v2 lane. Doesn't feel amazing. You're killing Monkey King at least.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like you're completely dominating on top of this lane. Particularly when you see the Void CS. He's actually not farming all that well with all the fighting going on.
Yeah, it is a Sky going back to base though and getting full regen. That is something. You know. That hero's pretty crazy with and he's just walking back to bot.
He's like, starts bot, goes mid, goes top. He's now had bottom again. This guy is seeing the world.
So what's the downside to this? Why don't we see more teams do it? What's the Skywrath going to be giving up?
A lot of the time you'll just leave the bot lane and then a bot will lose and then you'll go mid and then you'll win for like 5 seconds and then you'll go somewhere and then die, and then mid just isn't winning, like what's happening right now.
And then it'll be 7 or 8 minutes in and you're still level 2.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the roaming support life.
It just, I think ever since they changed it so that you don't get, 100 base experience for kills.
And even like taking away the experience on bounty runes too,
right, exactly.
was a big part of it.
Exactly.
It was used to be bounty runes were every 2 minutes and they gave XP.
Yep.
So you could just roam around and get some levels here and there.
Yeah. And then the mid lane is a lot smaller now. Like the towers are much closer. You're actually gonna.
Oh, nice try there with the pull into the skewer, and that might be enough. Oh, he's able to get away. God, battling for this stack right here.
He's very strong right now. 18 CS. Very hard to deal with.
Oh, sniped. Oh, Tim's played him. That was really sick.
I guess he was that Wyvern dewarding. That's why he went back in. You could see the Wyvern maybe.
That's cool. Might have been what it was. They're going to find a kill here on Ninja Boogie. But yeah, and I think that he just knew that Wyvern was really slow. But that does set up an opportunity.
Doesn't matter.
Verified?
Almost.
Not quite. If he survived that volley right click, he may have been able to salve and get out. But mid lane going well for him.
It's so stressful watching like a roamer because if he roams to these lanes and just dies a few times, they're gonna get stomped because you get so much like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Roaming is pretty. It's pretty hard.
This is a big play though. They spotted out the movement of the Sky on the wards. They know he's here right away with the DD, and Armel kind of has to play back. But they would have loved to hit right there as Armel was TPing in. Yeah,
he just TPs in. If you kill him again, he has to do that big walk of shame. That would be really bad for him.
Throw the shield on the man and get Armel a little bit of a kill here, possibly.
That slow is so strong.
Oh, but they do kill Gabby.
That's what 496 are doing well. Like they're making all these rotations, and you go through a ward, you get punished there. But as soon as that Sky gets going by 3 heroes, they know Monkey King's alone, so they're punishing elsewhere.
Yeah,
like they're taking advantage of the intel they're getting on the map.
Yeah, that is definitely one benefit of the Sky roaming is that he's drawing a lot of attention for a support. I think Sky's gonna do fine in the game regardless because all he needs is an null talismans.
Yeah. Looks like they were able to take down a couple of these sentry wards too, or rather observer wards around the map. And another silence here, trying to move in with that Inkswell. Long duration Sunstrike as well. Can they hit it? Finding the kill. No! Gabby turns around big time. That's a Monkey King.
Yeah.
When you
once you get the stacks.
Yeah, when you use the Q on the creeps too, you just lifesteal for all of that damage.
More kills mid, Armel. Having a rough time. This Invoker is off to the races. His start has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's a really hard lane for Alina when the Sky is roaming like this. She's just.
I love that. They're top.
Void going for phase boots. Oh, wait,
somewhat.
Wait, is that? Oh no, treads. Sorry, that's treads.
Yeah, somewhat sold on this idea of having a roaming Sky or just roamers in general, right? From watching this, at least.
I definitely like it. I like it this patch.
Well, and it helps that they have the most broken hero in the world doing
that. Is true. That helps for sure.
It's true. So strong.
It's also your roaming supplemented by the fact you've got these Sunstrikes. Wherever you go, Sunstrikes are there to help secure these kills, and they're always communicating. It feels like every time they go for a gank in the side lanes, we're seeing these Sunstrikes coming out.
Yeah.
And that's the hero that's going to win the game for them, too, is the Invoker eventually.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like if we look at TNC's lineup, none of them really deal that well with an Invoker.
Did Cataclysm get changed? What did the Invoker change? Everyone wanted Cataclysm get nerfed.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
so.
I think Invoker was untouched. Let me.
Yeah, he actually was entirely untouched.
Yeah, there was a few heroes that were very strong in KL that were actually just untouched. I guess because there were so many other hero changes that they just figured, okay, they're probably gonna suck because the other heroes are so strong.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of stacking so far. Ooh, look at this. Armoring the creep. We're getting a little bit of last hits there.
Oh, there's the central.
Trying to find one. Bottom is also a battle of ruins. They're going to find that kill onto Wyvern, and they won't get anybody else, looks like.
Like this draft is actually just amazing. Like they have 2 global heroes. They have plenty of setup for Sunstrikes, plenty of setup for Sky ult, plenty of setup for Grimm's ult, lots of stuff to combo with Grimm. Lots of stuff to combo with Chrono. Like I really like this drop and the way that they're running it too with the Sky Roma. So now they look. TNC looks to change up the lanes. It's not going so hot.
Ow! They got the damage for the time wall.
Oh, the skewer everything. No, not quite there.
Pushed him a bit close to his tower as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. But would have mattered.
And immediately salves back up.
Yeah, the salve coming already.
Well, this is starting to look really rough. You rotate 3 heroes up top, and then you rotate in and get the kill with the Sky. And I'm going to miss more kills, but it's just happening all over the place. They lost Cuckoo.
Wow.
Was that the no chrono even? I just getting this.
I can't believe they rotate the mag top and then he dies immediately.
Yeah.
That is extremely bad.
I guess he wasn't expecting Void to be there because they went up for the kill and he didn't have a salve.
Yeah, and the salve came immediately.
Yeah, they probably knew his items and they're like, okay, he's got no salve, he's going back to base. So he's not expecting Void to suddenly be back in lane.
Yeah,
Well, they had this
that's a
word
good
though.
point.
No, they would have seen it.
Oh, they did see it.
Okay.
I guess the thing is like when you make
His name is Cuckoo.
when you make a rotation like that, you just are like, oh, I'm the strong hero. I need to go here and take this lane so my heroes can farm.
It's a Void with no chrono.
Right. How is he going to kill me?
You're a very fat Magnus. Yeah. Maybe there was even a Sunstrike to help get the kill. Who knows?
I imagine. Yeah, I imagine so.
But wow, big gold lead early on for 496. The underdogs, the dark horse, as you put it.
Yeah.
Jenkins.
And how often have we seen these leads just really accentuate it based off of the team fights that happen afterwards? This is all before Chronosphere. Like, Void is not known as a strong laner.
If this game goes anything like the pubs have been going for the past week, there's no way TNC wins this. This game ends in 20 minutes, you know? Just based on how pubs have been going. Like, the lanes hugely determine the game.
Sunstrike coming through yet again. Leave it off for that Invoker. And Monkey King trying to chase is going to be able to clean up here. Maybe? Yeah, he does get the Skywrath.
That's a solo kill, so that gives him a lot of experience. Oh my god, the baits with this guy.
Jeez.
They've gotten so much out of just baiting this Void. Like, there's been so much damage on him. It's just totally wasted.
And what were you talking about before? You were mentioning it. These early items, the Wraith Band. He dies there if he doesn't have this little bitty item there.
I'm telling you, man, that
He's not going the full triple Wraith Band. I feel like...
Chronosphere onto 3, seeing if they can find a kill. The Ink Smoke going through onto 2. It's not quite enough though with the Skewer back trying to find the kill. They do find the stun with the Deafening Blast. They do finally bring in this Invoker. A silence, long duration onto that mag. Seeing if they can kill off Cuckoo. They need a couple of bashes here. So another silence because this hero is surely balanced. And they find a double
That
for
new
the
bash.
Void.
the double bash. Yeah, I got the double bash off.
It's... God, the Void is such a meme hero now with that.
It really is.
You get that, combine it with some level 25 backtrack and just become like the king of RNG.
God, dude.
It's pretty entertaining.
It's pretty funny.
There's going to be some ridiculous just Void kills in like lanes like
I saw Void post on Reddit. Void killed himself because the brewer put the ignite thing on him that makes you sometimes hit yourself. And then he bashed himself and the bash killed him.
Like coming in from another dimension,
Right,
hitting himself.
He denied himself from another dimension.
And the extra bash you get, that can proc another bash itself,
can,
right? Yeah,
right,
so
right.
it's like you could have this infinite bash sequence.
Why are you hitting yourself?
There's like a 1 in a billion chance or whatever.
Exactly. They can
get
proc
like
like
5
maelstroms and everything too.
You guys ready for a stampede? Going down bottom. Poor old Gabby.
So dead.
Can't mischief his way out of that, and they leave it again.
And this Invoker is massive, 6k net worth already.
They have so much overwhelming damage to kill. Like, they can get any kill on any of these heroes without using even half of their spells at this point.
And it's like a 1 or 2 hero combo normally, like a Void with a...
They have to get this kill. They really, really have to. Can they bring him down in time? No!
Oh my god, he does it again!
Wraith
Over
Band
and
won.
over.
The Wraith Band!
Wow.
Oh no.
Okay, they're getting close. You know, you should have gone for that second Wraith Band maybe.
Yeah.
Now, the Stealth Shield helps too, you know? Blocking some rack with damage.
yeah.
Every little bit.
Yep. Every small item in his kit.
And he even was on Agi treads too.
Well, they kill off Ninja Boogie.
Oh, the silence
5
is up
to
again.
15. This is just completely fallen out of control. Tim's, you get out of here. They're also chasing up here on the top side. Sunstrike, Armel, not going to get hit by it, but they are going to be able to find the kill on the bash.
And he maxed it first, right? He was. I saw 113. I imagine he went 114. Okay,
Yeah.
He's got level 9. But I think he went 114.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, man.
He's just looking, and yet the Q has been so effective this game, dodging these things with just the level 1 Q.
You don't need the cooldown. You just need one good Q.
Right. What value?
And then you play safe for the next 20 odd seconds or whatever the cooldown is.
You know, as long as you have those Wraith Bands, you'll be fine.
Void is back.
See, what
in
does Sky
vogue.
have? Oh, look at that. Null Talismans.
I mean, that's what Monkey King's sitting on through
There we go.
brands of
There we
Milan.
go. Yeah.
He's on the new patch.
He knows what's happening. But at the same time, Invoker, he's been able to just farm up a Midas and has been sitting on it for a while.
You know, another reason that I think that it's really hard to come back in a game from the lanes is that the jungles are all high ground now. So like if you just secure a jungle, which of course is going to happen if you take towers because you're ahead.
Oh, goodbye, Temps.
Oh, he's a dead man. Boy, didn't even use Mask of Madness. He just knew he was going to die without it. Look, they just group up, take these towers, place some wards, farm up. They know there's no way that you can contest in those jungles. Take these towers.
Thinking about Wukongs. They are going to drop it now, but see you later.
It's looking pretty rough. Well, we were right. This is a stomp, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe not what we expected, but...
At the end of the draft, you guys... I mean, Gabe was like, he didn't not like the TNC draft. You like both teams' draft. You said 496 had some good stuff going. It's...
I think they both have good stuff going, but with the monkey in the lane, like I was super worried about that.
I mean,
that would ended up not really even being the problem, though. That's what's weird. Like, I think that he did die a couple of times, but really it was just how much they committed onto this void, and he never killed them.
It kind of did in the sense that they had to send the Magnus top to let the monkey recover, and then the mag died. So it's like...
They were just getting kills in all three lanes, 496. Like,
yeah,
mid lane died like 3 or 4 times. I think this lane has probably got like, what, 4 deaths, 5 deaths at the moment? It's been a rough mid lane.
The sky has really been like the bane of their existence.
0-6 supports back. Like, is that what's going on?
It's definitely I mean, no one really knows what is the meta right now.
Yeah.
I don't, what works one game may not work the next. You know, they could go into game 2, try another roaming support, and get destroyed.
Yeah. I think, like you said, like if you judge it by a game-by-game basis, and this one, when you're dealing with like a Monkey King Lina, these are two very squishy, gankable heroes that definitely get punished by a roaming support more than other heroes might.
Yeah, you've got this very gankable mid lane. If that mid lane's like a puck or something, you're not
that's what I was thinking.
anything out of it.
Right.
You got the bounty rune.
PRP.
And thinking about sticking around here? Yeah, you gotta skedaddle, my friend.
Cuckoo's got no mana, the RP, so I think they're going to get out on the TNC side as well.
He got his bounty room.
TNC does have some really strong team fight they can always fall back on. Anytime you have a Magnus plus a melee core, you always have to be worried about taking that one bad engagement.
RP, Winter's Curse.
That's
and there's so much good follow-up the Winter's Curse. Like, you can, just an LSA. Like, this Wyvern lead has been used so much, starting with, like, OG at TI, where if you can get 2 heroes in Winter's Curse, even if they're 2 heroes that don't kill each other and you do very little damage, it doesn't matter, because suddenly Lena's hit this 2-man LSA Dragon Slave, and those heroes, one of them is instantly dead.
Even the Winter's Curse plus Mirana combo, like when this hero came back into the meta, the Wyvern, it was because people were using the ulti to set up for very simple spells.
But the thing that I'm seeing here too, though, that seems scary is like TNC is not really making moves around the map. Look at 496; they're constantly keeping pressure on, and like they have 2 heroes in base right now for TNC. Like, they're just chilling. I
don't know, from playing a lot of games, like it feels like when you're behind, it's so hard to make moves around the map now because you're walking up so many high grounds.
But you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's true.
Sunstrike comes through. They get themselves the kill. It looks like they're trying to find at least one. The skewer back. Can they do it though? The Chrono connects on the both of them. They're going to drop down the full combo. Triple kill for this Invoker as they're chasing down Armel, who has had a terrible game so far. And it only gets worse.
Well, some of these Chronos being crazy good. The 3-man Chrono top, even though they didn't get all the kills in it, because they did the damage follow-up, was just amazing in its own. That one there, even better. This time around, Invoker is there to dump some damage in, and man, 496 are looking good.
They've done a really good job at being in position for these Chronos for the most part. Like, there's always, every single time we've seen a spell be cast by 496, there's been follow-up of some sort that is enough to get the kill. And in that fight, like if the Invoker's not there, the Chrono is good, but it doesn't kill them. But that was just completely devastating. And they have a 9k gold lead now because they chose that was going to be the fight, that they were all grouped. Because he has the Aghanim Scepter now.
I love this Boots of Travel pickup now too. You having the global mobility with the separate cooldowns on your TP scroll and your Boots of Travel just make this item so much stronger.
Yeah.
He TP's home, he buys Boots of Travel, and now he can Boots of Travel to lane.
It's just another one of those things that secures the lead too. Like, they're never going to be able to push in on him.
And it used to be you buy Boots of Travel and you just feel like, I just spent 2k gold and what am I getting out of this? Now it's like, you farm more because you have this item.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
getting some return on that 2k gold. It's kind of a farming item in its own way.
Yeah. And you prevent the enemy team from farming too, because you can defend towers that would otherwise be undefendable. So they're getting less of the map to farm.
And this this gold lead is starting to look insurmountable. When you see the net worth of the 2 top dire cores, and then you see the Radiant side, and you got to wonder, like,
Yeah, it's
outside of like some crazy 4 or 5 man RP, how do you come back in this game? And that's not a 4 or 5 man RP. That's a
Grimstroke though. It's like
solo support. Yeah, you see that, and you feel great if you're 496.
yeah. I mean, he has arcane boots. You know. And the thing is, the way that the experience formula works now is that you don't get that comeback mechanic where if you were to kill a support on a team that's beating you, you would get a lot of experience before. Now you don't. You have to kill the Void. You have to kill the Invoker. And it seems with these items that they are near unkillable unless there's an amazing pick-off that comes out. Like, they have to kill these heroes because killing the supports do nothing.
Well, and this is the type of hero that can just kind of sit back and chill, summon some Forge Spirits, move around the map and get out of there. Yeah, I will say that TNC over the past couple minutes have kind of looked like they've been making those moves around the map that are so hard to do. They've been setting up that smoke gank up top. It only connected on Skywrath, but you know, it's something.
They're getting something. Yeah.
It was good use of the chrono cooldown, because that'll happen while after the chrono bit. And they'll get another kill.
Yeah.
That's 3 pickoffs in a row. 2 Sky kills and a Grimstroke. It's just the supports, but that was like a 9k plus gold lead, and now it's down to 7k plus. So
Yeah.
they're, you know, chipping away at that lead, and doing this now that Chrono's back up is, you know, a kind of good sign. I think Dire's just been a bit sloppy with how they've been split up.
Yeah, I agree.
Just go for Roshan, stick together, especially these supports. You don't need to be pushing out. Let the Invoker deal with the lanes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he bought the bots for that purpose, you know. There's no point in having Sky.
And it's another support kill. This is stopping them from getting things like Roshan, because even though they're supports, you don't want to go into Rosh when your supports are dead.
Yeah, of course. They're critical for these fights, like especially the Sky with the Chronosphere.
They did see the Wyvern bottom, and it looks like that's going to make them confident going for this kill here on
Monkey
to
damage
the Lich.
They just let the Arcane Bolt finish him off.
Gabby's still here. They're sticking around for the Chrono. Going to drop down onto 2. Is it going to be quite enough damage, though? They pull him away out of the Chrono, and somehow TNC make this work for themselves.
Oh man, these Chronos, you need the Invoker there.
Oh man, 496. What's going on?
They're not playing together. They were for the first 18 minutes of this game, and then suddenly it just kind of fell apart the last few minutes. Their supports, each of them got picked off twice in a row. That was 4 kills in a row there. Then the Centaur Void just die in what's a pretty unfavorable exchange. Top, and Chrono's on cooldown again.
Yeah. You know, we talked about the comeback experience not being there if you don't kill the cores, and we just saw 2 core kills go the way of TNC, so they're going to be feeling pretty good about that.
Gold situation still hasn't changed too much, though.
Yeah.
Surprising. That's just because, yeah, he's farming. He's pushing lanes.
I really think what you said is what they need. They need to let this Invoker deal with the lanes. Like, they're playing against a team that's going to punish them for just farming all 3 lanes. You have to play 4-1 against a really strong team.
Give them some farm in a lane. Like, I think they have this mentality that they know they're ahead and they want to get everything. Yeah, farm everything on the map and not give TNC a lane. But if you're taking 2 out of the 3 lanes and securing Roche, you're in fine position.
Centaur caught out of position, can't stampede away because the Yule's lift up, and
it's tough to watch, you know.
Yeah.
They were so far ahead.
Like, look at the last couple of minutes of this, just all green along that mark there, and they've got great team fight. They got everything.
I wonder what it is they're worried about. Like, why aren't they keeping up? I guess the tier 2s are very hard to take. Look at the sentries coming out from the Radiant.
You see Radiant's team fight too. There is a scary team fight.
Yeah, and the Radiant actually dewarded their whole jungle, so you don't have vision to fight around. So I guess.
And I think tier 2s are hard to take, but Roshan is actually pretty. If you can get vision on Rosh, that's where you want to take a fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Get a vision advantage. If they come to contest you, your Centaur jumps them. You get that insta pick with a Hoofstomp Sunstrike. What are they going to do?
Invoker Void is very hard to.
But I will say also that Invoker Void combo is going to be amazing into the late game. Like that, they are very strong team fight as well. So it kind of just depends on who gets the right jump. They did spot out that Void up on this ward and able to chase him away.
And if they had that Cataclysm for that last Chrono, it would have been a very different story.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The problem is Invoker can't who to travel into a rune fight. There's no creeps there.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with what you said, Lyrical, that this is like one of those games where the fights are just going to depend on who gets the jump first. It's kind of rare that I mean, it's probably 20% of games that happens in Dota, because sometimes it's just like you get a lead and you can get gone on and it won't even matter because of just the heroes. But given that there's a Magnus versus a Void, and a Wyvern as well, and then an Invoker. Like, it really, really matters who gets the jump. But then again, you have a Centaur who's eventually going to pick up an Aghanim sector. So then the jump doesn't matter as much. There is always that factor.
So we see that part of the reason I think TNC's been able to do such a good job of like avoiding these fights and taking the good ones is their vision advantage. And right now, only that one ward, and they end up being able to take it away. It's actually still here in the river, but it looks like they're set up bottom for a fight possibly.
Yeah, I feel like the last 10 minutes, every time I look at this minimap, I'm just like, wow, how did TNC have better vision when they're playing from behind?
Oh, they're moving in now. Centaur trying to find the jump, and they can't quite get it. Winner's Curse only on to 1, and Tim's trying to focus down the Grimstroke at the start of the fight. They have the Wukong's command out. The Fear, they pull him back in with the Sinister Gaze, and that will bring down the Centaur for the cost of a Wyvern. And looks like Grim might be able to get out of here. Skewer, Chase.
By this Cuckoo.
They get the kill, and there's going to be the Chrono immediately following this up. But do they have enough follow-up afterwards? They buy back on the Wyvern. Now trying to take down the Void. Can they get him? Jump away. Still living for the moment. And it looks like they want to keep fighting.
Invoker, wow, he got super scared with that BKB. Yeah, they're just a bit discombobulated, not really fighting on the same page on the 496 side. Void, they knew they had this turnaround potential where Invoker had everything. He had this new BKB, Void, he's got Chrono. Yeah, this fight started poorly, but they hit that 3-man Chrono. Suddenly the fight's won, but a solo Magnus who's already like... The Magnus kind of overcommitted there, but the good news was the rest of the team didn't overcommit with him, so there was no like 3-man Chrono opportunity.
Yeah, and that hero has a lot of stats. He has like armor talents, he has HP talents. It's actually fine to tank up and to get people to go on you with Mag, especially if you've already used the RP, which I don't think he did, but even... Oh, he went the attack speed. He has...
Plus 15 strength with Greaves, he's very tanky.
Strength, yeah, and then the 12 armor talent with the Greaves build, like... I think this hero's excellent because you can run an RP, and then it takes so much to kill you after the RP that you can have kind of 2 roles in the fight. You function as like the Ogre and as the Enigma sort of hero.
Much as I think 496 are kind of rushing things and not playing all that well, TNC really executing well these team fights now.
I think so too, yeah.
We're seeing...
I think Tim's in particular, you see like constantly down here sort of baiting. I think he baited out that entire movement in with the Stampede and was able to just like get them to heavily commit in on him.
Yeah. It's great to see Wyverns do that. That's something that that's at least from what I understand, that's a relatively new concept to like bait a 5-roll to start fights just because like a lot of the time your 5-roll is the hero that you don't want to die, like you want to get Winter's Curse off and stuff like that, but a lot of the 5-rolls can just sit in trees and then you either choose to fight or choose not to fight based on like how much the enemy team commits. We see a lot of teams defending tier 1s by having the 5-roll just sit in the trees and just juke around the trees, and if it's good they'll TP to it, if it's not they'll just leave them.
In this game, it doesn't even feel like he has to hit like an amazing Winter's Curse for a fight. He can use it just as a setup for his
for sure.
Magnus or something.
I feel like I've seen this before in a previous patch. One team on the high ground by Roche. Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Cuckoo!
He rolled the dice there a bit.
Oh man.
You know, Cuckoo's one of those players, he's either going to win you the game or lose you the game, but he's never in between. He goes for it all. You got to respect that.
This is why I love SCA, Dota. I actually love this.
Yeah. This is why I like that he's moved to the offlane role, because that's the kind of trade offlaner you don't mind.
Right. It's fine.
He gives them the tip.
I have people feeding in pubs because I do stuff like this, man. This is in NA. This gets couriers sent down mid.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you don't care. They're not going to take Roche still. Like, you can't go in without that.
Yeah.
These TNC guys are pretty chill too. I feel like that's something that I'd honestly just be laughing about a bit.
Yeah. It's good to have a team environment where you can laugh about something like that. Otherwise, you make one move like that, it's GG. You know.
Yeah, you can't. If you can't laugh about something like that in game, then you're done. You're doing something.
You
wrong.
are so done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they're really worried about this Roche.
I mean, I think the mentality is, it's like, why have they not gone for Roche? Because when they were up like 9-10k gold, I feel like that Roche was their way to extend their lead.
Oh god, that felt real bad. Poor old Ninja Boogie.
So what they need to be doing is starting these fights without committing the Void Invoker. Like send in Centaur for a stun with a Sky Ult and try to get that first pick off that way and bait more, pull more heroes into a fight, and then your Void Your Void can't be the frontliner because he's never going to get good chrono unless he's playing in the trees, playing
Oh
in
yeah,
fog.
you need to counter initiate with the Void. And the thing with the Centaur initiating, he's perfectly fine initiating because if the fight looks bad, he can just press R and they run away. That's like one of the big reasons I think this hero came back into the meta is because people started using the ulti to take fights that you otherwise would be dangerous. Like you take these high risk, medium reward plays, but they're not high risk because you have the Centaur ulti. Like intentionally taking those plays is a key factor to having this hero on your team.
We were talking about it earlier. The Skywrath Axe.
Let's go.
It's on the horizon.
How much damage is his Arcane Bolt doing now? Can you, if you push ult?
Oh, right. 153?
That's before Kaya amp, I guess?
I don't think that. I think that would be including the amplification,
But that doesn't sound right.
but not including the int. The int scaling.
I think that
Because yeah, that's just the base damage. But
yeah, but when you push ult, I think the ult shows you with the in scaling.
I don't think it. I think it just shows with the.
Oh, with Kaya.
It shows that the
with the magic
different.
amplification.
Oh, okay.
Why is the damage multiplier different?
I don't know.
That's probably a tooltip bug. I don't think.
I don't think the damage multiplier multiplies by the multiplier coming from the null talisman.
Can you say multiplier a few more times?
I
It just
can go ahead
sounds
and do
nice.
that, yeah.
I like it. I love it.
I'll do that for you.
Thank you. Oh, bottom. Run away, Tims.
Yes.
Oh, we tried.
That's most of his mana pool gone. That's kind of expensive.
I was wondering if you try and like Winter's Curse and then they take a fight over here or something while it's going on. You could force one when Invoker's not around.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice.
He's can always be around though. He TP's home and now he can boost travel out. That's part of the nice thing about this build. How close is Invoker to his level 20? It's just about there.
Ooh, he's so close.
That's
gonna be huge. Cataclysm does so much damage. Speaking of damage.
TNC just pick after pick. This has been the story of this mid game.
They still have to be so careful though.
Did they use RP for that?
Yeah, I believe they did.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't. They still have RP. Damn.
They did use the BKB on Monkey, so I don't think we'll see them the best position.
Centaur's pretty important to these fights. Ooh, Cataclysm.
That was a buyback before a fight even
Centaur.
began. That was... You kind of get trigger happy sometimes. Like, you know this fight's coming and you see this Sunstrike, which scouts out the Wyvern, and you're like, oh, the fight's happening. Wait, no.
I love this region, man. 2 completely unnecessary buybacks this game just to fight. And then the RP, Cataclysm used.
I mean, heads up play by TNC to sort of like make them think that they're going to do that too, because I think that heading that direction. And
Both
everything.
teams are very, very like cautious with going into this Roshan pit, baiting the enemy team. We've seen this twice.
Tim's back to his spot here in the bottom lane. This is just where he lives now.
He's been really annoying for this Invoker. The fact he's got this Glimmer Cape and just being able to push out this wave.
They're bringing everybody.
Yeah, he can't be solo killed by Invoker unless Invoker's willing to buy Dust, which just doesn't seem to be the case.
That's what I mean by like the new kind of like the way 5 rolls play is they play the dead lane, and it's so obnoxious because you just prevent towers that would usually fall from falling, and you can bait such good fights too.
All right, they're coming for him.
It's finally go down now.
But it's a Wyvern, so who cares? Oh, actually, he did buy back though, so that's pretty important. They could take Roche. Huh? They have a double siege wave. They could actually potentially push high ground. They know he has no buyback. He can alacrity the cart.
The pings are coming right now.
At least get some good damage in. There we go.
Yeah,
Alacrity.
yeah. This is. I mean, this is gonna chunk it.
Down to close to half health, maybe.
Oh, I would have.
That was
I gotta use this. That's half the health in the tier 3 tower.
That.
Not bad.
That's some. I mean, that's a good punish for sure. Like they got a lot out of killing that Wyvern. Still dead for 45 seconds. Buybacks are costly, man.
And Lina also is down in the bottom lane, kind of stuck there. Cuckoo brazenly just jumping into him. But again, it's not like they have the easiest hero to go and hit Roche. Like, Void kind of needs to be their secondary initiator, and if he's in the pit hitting it...
God, yes.
This is dangerous, but they got him caught! There's going to be the full Cataclysm coming down. They kill off the Monkey King. They are going to be able to kill off that Centaur afterwards as Invoker tries to walk away from everybody. They're able to get a free TP. A little bit of a miss there. Fuel Scepter lift up, and it might finally be the end of the Invoker.
Didn't get the LSA boundless strike, luckily.
And they're just tearing them apart. They fought back on the Monkey King. They're on top of this Void. One after the other, they're just going to fall.
They're just chaining their stuns, landing spells.
They fought back on the Invoker too, but there's no fight to be had here, really, I don't think. This is a dead Skywrath.
Man.
Might see Magnus go down, but
BKB pop.
I mean, Magnus doesn't even go down.
Well, they're right on top of him. They're going to pull him back in.
No.
This is a dieback. Oh my god.
Well,
TNC.
TNC's better.
Dude, that Guardian Greaves aura was so effective for Mag. He was sitting at like 10% health for so long in that fight.
I mean, TNC, they're just highlighting how they're the better team. And
Yeah, I agree.
Yikes.
Like, look at all those buybacks and just cut your losses at some point.
It sounds like really dumb basic analysis, but TNC's just landing their spells.
Yeah.
That's the difference in these fights. One team is using their spells and items effectively, the other is not.
One critique that I would have for 496 is just to like know when to just get out of a fight. Like when you bait 2 buybacks, you just leave. Like and then you can reset, and then you can decide if you want to go in again. But that reset, that mental reset has to happen first, you know, because they were just chaining in.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's
all been there.
going to be this structured fight where Centaur leads. You find these one-man pickles using the Centaur Sky. You can't be doing these one-man chronos.
That's why the original Centaur pick was so crucial, because he starts the fights. He's really the only hero that can start the fights. You don't want Invoker doing it. You don't want Void doing it, because then they risk getting RP'd. I
think they had this mindset where Monkey King's all the damage, so if you chrono him and kill him, you're going to win the fight. But like, you know, Lina, Wyvern, Lich, these heroes are still doing some good damage. That chain cross in that fight did a lot too. And yeah, he bought back, of course. So
yeah,
that's kind of how you beat these big ultimates in late game. It's just having buyback against these Voids, Enigmas. You know, they commit an ultimate to solo kill a carry. Well, that carry buys back, and suddenly you've got the ability to take Roche, win the fight.
Yeah.
Now here's the other side of things, though. If you take a fight right now from 496 and you wipe them, there aren't that many buybacks on the Radiant team, and they definitely still have the damage with like a Chrono into Cataclysm.
Yep. And
you could lose like 5 fights, and it doesn't matter for Dire if you just win that one big fight.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because the bot lane is pushed all the way in too. The tower's almost dead, so they could end the game if they get a big fight. Although it's got to be pretty depressing to be in a game like this and know that you have such a lead, and then your team is just kind of crumbling. Like, mentally coming back from that is pretty hard. Between games, it's easier, but in the actual game, it's
you're losing that confidence. Like, this Void is not going to be as like just confident in his ability to climb that good chrono.
Yep.
And they also have Aegis now.
Yeah, they can do this slow siege kind of stuff. And I mean, Centaurs, we saw it in the mid game as well when things started to go awry. Was just some of these missed blink stuns, like bottom lane when they're trying to hunt the Wyvern.
Yep. The Invoker like whiffing completely on trying to meatball both of the targets in that chrono.
Yep.
Doesn't even get the Magnus.
After such a strong game too, this Void feels like he's really fallen off in terms of farm.
I think just dominate the lane stage, and then their coordination in these mid-game fights, and even not just teamwork, it was individual plays. Like, you know, the Invoker using his meatball combo down bottom to try kill the Glimmer Cape Wyvern and just being completely off, uses up his mana pool. It's just a lot of misplays happening.
It's very strange because they went into this like split pushing style of Dota and not fighting at all, and I don't understand what made them think that they needed to do that, because they had a huge gold lead for the point that they were at in the game.
Oh, Tim's, he's walking by. There is still a Void over here, and it looks like they're going to find the Void, get the blink away. Cataclysm used.
That's an important cooldown, man.
Yeah, I don't think... I mean, that's an Aegis, too. They just blew Cataclysm.
Oh, they almost got the Monkey King
Void is
Skywrath ulti, but...
pretty deep there. Nice. He's going to get out.
This is when you split push, when you don't have these.
Yeah, your opponents have Aegis, you've lost your lead, split push. But
it's so unfortunate that they're at this point, though. I think they could have just taken Roche on.
Yeah.
Some of it also is looks like they got him caught here. He is going to get stunned, follow this up, and it should be the death of him as they get the Sinister Gaze, and
nice.
No buyback on this Void.
Yeah,
TNC feeling good.
That's what I was in my head. I was like, oh, Lina's not actually there. This may not be the best curse. And then I'm like, oh wait, Legendary Spell.
Into Gaze combo. It's so good. Yeah, it's...
Oh boy. No buyback. Something Radiant TNC know all too well. And they may go for that high ground.
They don't actually have any like traditional seizures, but with Magnus and then the Lich armor,
That's pretty cool.
I was going to say Monkey King's pretty immortal, but
Well, they get the Soulbind as well. Going to connect onto 2. They'll be able to find the kill onto the Centaur as BKBs are wearing off. Need to be a little bit careful. The chase coming. Skywrath throwing out $1.5 billion. Arcane Bolts and almost able to kill off this Magnus, but he is now controlled. He is now killed. Gabby dominating, and guess what? Guardian Greaves still pretty good.
Yeah, they're going to keep going for this high ground. 10 seconds of void though, so TNC may be forced to back off.
damn, they have a lot of respect for this Centaur hero too. Cataclysm just being used to scout all the time. I feel like they really needed these fights.
They wanted to catch Ninja Boogie and see if they can kill him with
They're
it.
really chasing this one, but it's like desperation.
I was gonna say
like.
you can sense it, like
Yeah.
and
So let's catch this support Wyvern or Lich on the retreat by committing Cataclysm and Stampede. And what does that kill even get you? You're on your side of the map. You got to push out waves. You're not going to get any objective, any Roche.
even if you get those kills, what's the point if you're just using all of your spells for like one single
Yo, he's
kickoff
getting a
as the enemy?
refresher. Don't worry, that's what's happening. That's the ultimate plan for the Invoker. Then he can cast it multiple times.
He's got his Lincolns for now queued up, so
Oh wait, that's a Lincoln's. Yep, never mind.
yeah,
That's
you saw
an
the
item that got
Perseverance.
changed.
I feel like this is the sort of game that they're gonna watch after and be like, all right, guys, we had this game in the bag. Like we need to chill. We need to just play Dota, play like it's a pub, not freak out. Like this is 100% a mental defeat.
The thing
that's happening.
I really like about that going for that Roche when you have that like 10k lead, and I mean they don't know 10k, but they know they're really far ahead. Their Void feels super strong. The Invoker just gets BKB, Ag Scepter, Midas at some insanely fast time. Is even if your TNC come to contest it, you just leave the pit and fight them. That's what you want to fight them, because you're so much further ahead, and Roche forces a fight. Or if they don't come, hey, you get an Aegis.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
and if they're so worried about pushing the tier 2s and fighting the high ground, like the Roche pit's way easier to fight when you have that much of a gold lead.
Yeah.
Look at how
Force
good
them to
TNC are doing, just playing around the movements of this Void. Like every time we looked, first it was these fights that were happening around this side of the map, and then it was like holding this high ground over here, and now they're sort of holding the one area where they know that they've got a little bit of vision. They're constantly avoiding the one way that 496 can kind of come back in this game.
This is like what 496 could have done in the early game. I know a lot of people that would love that Lich ult, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's great.
that's a classic right there. Just ulting a wave.
Oh, yeah. Level 3 Lich ult.
Oh, dangerous though. They get the full ulti coming out with everybody. They kill them both off.
The Lich. Oh wait.
All right.
They have 0 buybacks.
That is a Magnus and a Monkey King with no buyback.
108 seconds.
I literally just said that they're playing around it so well, and then
Did they smoke to get that initiation? Maybe?
I think that they did.
I didn't even see who was dying there. They just evaporated so quickly.
He didn't have the time walk cast range until after the fight he got it. So I assume he must have come out of smoke.
But
Well,
he has a Shadow Blade.
Oh yeah. Sure.
But I
It was a long jump, it looked like, though, also.
That was hot.
Well,
that was
buybacks, how close are... So they're not actually on cooldown for in terms of time.
Right.
So they don't know the buyback status, which means they may be hesitant about going high ground. I mean, you can kind of push somewhat safely just using the Forge Spirits and Centaur Aura.
And if you realize that there is no buyback time, although looks like they're just going to feel content to go for the tier 2s. I do sometimes... I mean, obviously it's easy to say with full vision, but a lot of these teams will not always go for like a hard committal.
Your Chrono's down and you don't know. But you don't know they have no buybacks. If just one of those heroes buys back and you get team wipe because you're going high ground, you lose the game.
Winter's Curse and then buyback. Yeah, it's really. And they have the Lina Wyvern to push out too, and then the Lich to armor the tower. Very hard to push into these heroes. You need to kill them.
36 seconds away, so heroes will be up at that point.
Sky, Ag Scepter, level 20 coming up. What's Sky's level 20? He's got some fun talents there.
He's got the resistance and
global
the global.
Concussive, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like pseudo map hacking away.
I've seen people go for every single Sky talent. Both on each level is very good. People,
the Ancient Seal is pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's permanent. It's permanent. Or we can go for the permanent Ancient Seal and then give the.
Yeah, I guess it's not good because he didn't get the Ancient Seal cooldown talent.
Are they trying to take this fight right now? BKB? Chrono solo on Lina. That doesn't feel good.
It's one of those fights they're not landing their spells.
So tanky,
just run away.
You miss Cataclysm, you solo Chrono hero with no follow-up. That's
I mean, they get out.
I like that they got out.
Yes.
I think that's he did go for the global concussive. Yeah, usually you go for like the
cooldown into the
right.
magic damage amp.
Yeah, because you
15% just doesn't seem like enough. Like, it's less than a veil.
the global concussive is just insane. You consider like the utility of it, just the vision.
I was thinking it was cool with having like potentially 4 of them out at once with like Grimstroke ulti, and then you amp up Invoker stuff.
That's true. With the Grimstroke ulti, you can see some added value to the Ancient Seal.
4 ancient seals. What is Dota right now? Goodness gracious.
Oh, big moment right here.
What items is Armel hunting? He feels so tanky. Okay, yeah, he went Aghanim Scepter, Health Talon, I imagine, and then Sheep's Bow. So tanky.
Alright, are they going to realize what's going on? Void does have a TP.
I don't know if you can do anything if you do realize. They probably do, but it's just like, well, Chrono Cataclysm was used. Can we stop this?
Oh, they scan it. They know, but yeah.
Still 15 seconds till Cataclysm, and yeah, there we go. It's done for. That's the one big downside with this lineup is mid to late game, it is that ulti-dependent Void Chrono. Whereas Radiant, they're teamfight ulti-dependent, but there's like a lot of big ultimates they can play around.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just one. You use a Winter's Curse Lina combo to kill a hero, you've still got the RP. You've got options.
Yeah, we need to see a lot of the Centaur for sure to like be the one that can set up those fights, and we've been talking about the whole
Kind
time.
of feels like the Centaur stun hasn't been super effective for killing anybody past like the laning phase. Like
it's a water type versus a grass type. It's rough. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Hey man, they did add that Brewmaster Ignite, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know. They'll be grass type soon enough. But it really feels like the Dire's team fights are entirely dependent completely on the Chronosphere.
Yeah.
Nothing else, just the Chronosphere, and then just casting everything in the Chrono.
Which it shouldn't necessarily be if you can land some Centaur stuff.
Yeah,
because you can actually get value out of Sky's ultimate on these BKB heroes, just because during that Centaur stun duration, it's like 3 seconds of Mystic Flare damage, which will get Monkey King maybe even killed, or even if it gets him down to just super low health so he can't fight.
Force him to pop the BKB, pop the ulti.
Check out these Tinker Wards over here.
Grimstroke. Support Grimstroke has a Hex. I mean, all these supports are...
They're stacked.
Rich, yeah. 10k net where everyone's
are.
10k plus.
I've noticed that happening a lot in this patch, where you'll kill one guy as a support in a fight, and then boom, you have a Glimmer Cape. It's like, what the hell? Where'd I get a Glimmer Cape from?
I mean, he's also got that 90 GPM. He's been
That's
nursing it for a little while.
Yeah.
We also promised people 20-minute games as well. That's clearly not the case.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
still got these null tallies in here, man. They're just chilling.
Yeah. What else do you need? You hold on to those. I love new Tranquil Boots too, not being broken.
It's so nice. It's
improvement.
every patch there are just these changes where it just makes the game so much more fun to play.
The fact you had to like drop or backpack your Tranquils
It was
while
so
you're
tedious.
farming as a support or something.
Remember when you could uphill miss wards?
Oh,
Like,
God.
come on. Why?
And you had like 20 base damage as a CM. You're just trying to hit it.
As if supporting isn't hard enough. Like, come on, man.
God.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wards before they were getting 2-shot. You actually, CM had to like 4 or 5 right
damage. Yeah.
And you just keep missing. You know that Slark's coming. There's nothing you can do.
So rough, man.
Well,
I always had that same experience as Pudge, just sitting there, big fat lard bucket trying to de-ward. You're just like 270 movement speed. You know that you're dead, but it's worth the ward.
Totally.
You cannot get farm anywhere else.
Now you get credit for it. It shows up on the feed.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's legit, man. It's making supporting more glamorous.
It's a D-ward. In fact, it mentions sentries.
Yeah, the sentries is a bit much.
I'm a support player and I find it dumb. I don't know.
All right,
It's a good way to start a fight.
Yeah, you don't have to kill him. Just get him low.
And, well, they're going to chrono now. There's a BKB on the Lina trying to keep her alive, but the cold embrace, and suddenly nobody's dying at all. They're limit through everything. They instead turn it back around. They kill off the Void. Now seeing if they can find the follow-up. It's a lot of damage coming out from the Skywrath Mage. Bringing down the low HP. They force out the Cheese Armel, trying to run away, but he too is going to fall. All of the Ancient Seals, all of the Arcane Bolts, now they're going to be time dilated as well. As TNC in trouble. Cuckoo trying to get away. They've got the Tinker Wards almost there. Trying to kill him off in time. They get the blink away.
Greaves Aura.
It's paying off.
This is too strong. They did kill Monkey again.
Get the bash.
I mean, Tim's is dead, I think. They can't go back in on this. They still have Chain Frost, but it's not enough.
They're gonna get glitched, dude.
He's like, I'll die with you, bro.
They have buybacks.
Let's go down together.
That's camaraderie right there.
Maybe he thought there was a play like with his 4 stuff and Arcape. I think he's like, all right, well, yeah, there's not gonna be detect.
Oh,
that's another cuckoo play.
He was trying to just kill the wave.
Push a wave, yeah.
Just to be a nuisance, but it's feeding.
It looks bad, but there was a clear purpose.
Yeah.
If you clear that wave, you could maybe save a buyback or two because suddenly, you know, they're not going high ground. They're going high ground 30 seconds later, and you don't have to commit as many buybacks.
Yeah.
But
and lots of buybacks now coming out. They already used one on Lina, so if she dies now, this is a very tough situation.
That Lich armor is so
they
strong.
had backdoor protection though. They didn't maybe need to use that.
Yeah, true.
Chrono back up in 20 seconds. Fight in a bad position here for TNC, and suddenly could end up losing the game.
Center of the sieging machine.
Just punching it. Tornadoes being thrown out ad nauseum, and Winter Wyvern.
I like that TNC knows that they only need these 3 heroes to defend. Like, they're not pressured into buying back because they know the Lich plus the two creep clearing heroes are enough to do the defense. Like that was a really disciplined hold right there from them.
But they can't even get the tier 3 tower on 496. That feels really, really rough.
I like that we're still seeing the potential and strength of their draft, because we all really like their draft and what it can do, and it just feels like they weren't executing that well. They're still not executing amazingly well, but it's just so strong.
Yeah,
it's pretty straightforward too. Your center blinks in, stuns someone, you Mystic Flare, Void just needs to find a Chrono, and Invoker now with all his items. Oh, and that's not how you find a Chrono.
I mean, well, you know, it does have reduced cooldown.
It's got the Ags.
Yeah, no,
it's fine.
I know, that's the thing with the Ags. You're always looking for those solo kills.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll play with the Blink Dagger.
Actually, we were just talking about how the fight should go, like with the Centaur blinking in, but I guess now with the Ags, there can be a lot more of those pickoffs and small skirmishes.
And this is why I think their draft gets so good late game too, because you're going to have this Chrono that's constantly being thrown out, and it's going to be a heck of a lot bigger. And now, if you catch like 2 heroes, Cataclysm on top of that.
He's almost level 25. That's when we're going to see some serious damage. Which...
Gareth Mage.
Sky 25.
Yeah, that's nifty. Is that another Cataclysm?
Let's see, what are the...
Does this guy get GPM or Mystic Flare damage?
I think in this game, Mystic Flare damage, just because he has the Kaya, the Ags, and the Void.
What's that next item that GPM talent's going to get you that will make a huge difference?
Maybe a sheep.
Sheep, maybe, but probably nothing. It's not going to help in these fights. They need the fights to go one way, people have mentioned a lot. So Centaur goes in, then the Chrono to follow up.
Yeah, and you want to
Cataclysm.
You want to burst them during those stuns before they BKB, so the damage can definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
Maybe he can be a tower hitter, because nobody does that well.
Yeah, pick up a quick Deso.
Like
Necrobook, maybe.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of Hex anymore now that it can be dispelled.
Yeah.
That's pretty...
Well, only the strong dispels, right?
Only strong dispels, yeah. Oh, that's true.
So
That's
not
true.
Lotus.
You can't Lotus it off, yeah.
Ooh, Faceless Void, level 25. 4 heroes
So, like,
smoked up in the mid lane.
No. I mean, Void's main issue is he has no real solo kill potential outside of Invoker can with the Sunstrikes and Cataclysm. He does, but he does no carry damage himself with this item build.
RP initiation right at the start, but they've got that Stimpy as well, trying to stay alive. Are they going to be able to kill him off in time? No, the time walk away. Red Corky lives.
Gotten like 3-4 man Chrono there.
And now he can go back in for a second round if he wants to, or they can just jump in with the Invoker. They've already killed off one. They're going to find the second. They haven't used Chronosphere in this fight. Blink away, trying to live. Armel getting out of there. Winner's curse. They actually blow up that Skywrath, but eventually Chrono the 200 HP.
I mean, that's 123 seconds. There's no Lina.
The Arcane Bolt didn't quite do enough damage. Lina had like 50 health. It was literally one right click, but he didn't want to risk getting Yules or something.
Yeah.
I guess his BKB was down, so...
Hey man, 60-second.
Oh, it's exactly. You're not even good. By the time you get high ground here, it's up in 15-20 seconds.
Yeah. The Lina had the buyback for the hold too, so they know he doesn't have buyback, right?
They maybe want to prioritize Roche, or...
They're moving into position.
This Skywrath is just doing so much damage in these fights.
Ooh, the gaze in.
Okay, that's not quite enough.
Doesn't do anything. All right.
Got that level 25 Centaur Retaliate aura.
Oh, nice.
How good is that?
Gains retaliate, so everybody gets the damage, right?
Doesn't sound that good.
Does everybody get the base damage if you switch it? No, right? It's just the yeah. That doesn't sound that great.
I mean, 1.5 second stun duration sounds.
That does sound excellent. Yeah, that sounds great.
Against meteors.
With how these fights have been going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Dubious is what we'll call it.
I'm just not sure how the interaction works with like the new, the base damage.
Oh, jump up. Trying to find one. They have Winner's Curse again. Gotta be careful. Chronosphere catches his teammate, but also the monkey. And on the other side of it, it's the Magnus. So everybody under control of Matt could go back in for an RP if he wants to find the opening, but he's going to be stunned. Gabby's still living through this. And the Winner's Curse, they're keeping him caught in this Wukong's command. Lich is dead for 110 seconds, but they might be able to find a follow-up with that RP. Isn't enough damage. They're trying to burn through him, but they're so freaking tanky on 496 and still living. The Centaur able to get the walkway. No, he eventually does die, but they're going to clean up the rest of them. Everybody's dead, no buybacks, and this potentially is going to be game. If they just run down the lane, or am I calling it too soon? They're just chilling.
I think it's probably game.
Might be like 4 racks or mega creeps without throwing, but it may just be game.
I think they just go in and chrono.
It depends if they go straight for throne or decide to go for mega creeps, maybe.
Yeah. All right, Armel, what's your kick, man? Let's go. Let's see, how's he gonna delay?
He's going for a Shadow Blade pickup, maybe thinking there's not going to be any detection, which is the case.
Oh, get the guy. BKB, run away. There's nobody to link him to. He's away. Looks like he's still eventually going to be killed off, though. Armel dead, and the disconnect from Wyvern. GG.
That is GG. Well, congratulations to 496. I mean,